What's up, spectators? Welcome back to another episode of Aviary Attorney. Last time we came back from the courtroom intermission, and Sparrowson recovered from poisoning himself from the chocolate wrapper. The king testified and said he remembered seeing Miss Signy sign. I fucking hate that name. Sea woman, sea swan, I'm gonna say swan lady. Swan lady offered chocolate to the king, but instead Major Howell ate it. Anyway, things are looking up. What the hell do we do now? We do nothing, Your Honor. This poison wrapper has introduced an element of doubt into the case. The prosecution must accept that. But this is the level of doubt reasonable? Is it significant? I think the members of the jury will agree. JJ's evidence is still tenuous. A step above circumstantial. You have proven a link. A not wholly illogical link, but you haven't proved beyond doubt that Major Howell was killed by the chocolate. You're still making far too many assumptions. Where is the empiricism? Oh, okay, I skipped it. Whoops. Oh, I brought along a witness. Maybe she can help. Hello? Sparrowson, it's great to see you on your feet. And you've been an enormous asset to this case, but what are you trying to pull off now? Surprise, witness! Yeah, I remember you mentioning that Cocorico liked calling surprise witnesses, so I thought we would beat him at his own game. I brought the flower girl, so that she can testify about Prince Juan's character. You're putting me in a difficult position, Sparrowson. Just moments before you arrived, we the court established that is a possible suspect for this case. What? That can't be right. Sparrowson, it's okay. Falcon, I'd like to testify. You want to testify? Do you understand what you're agreeing to? I do. I have accepted my fate. Do you have any objections to me calling upon her as a witness? None. Bearing in mind, of course, that you're here to defend Prince Juan, not to convict her. Of course. I have no objections either. Please proceed, witness. Speak the oath. The oath? Say that you blah blah. I swear the blah blah. Good, very good. Please state your name and occupation for the court record. My name is Catherine Marie C. I am a flower seller. Tell the courtroom of your activities on the morning of the 7th of January. Very well. I saw the king and his entourage enter the Louvre around 9 o'clock. I followed. When they came to a stop in the SDT, I stepped forward and offered the king a chocolate. He refused, but a guard, a big dog by the name of Major Howell, was happy to oblige. The guard died because I, personally, had previously added poison to the chocolates. That can't be right. I used poison derived from the monk shoot, a notoriously dangerous plant. As a flower seller, it was simple to acquire. Why did you do it? People have tried to kill the king before, and people will try again. He is a vile man who has no respect or love for the people who suffer under him. I did it to better the French people. I don't believe that at all. Falcon, say something. Are you being coerced or threatened? Speak freely. No, I'm confessing out of my own volition. It's my guilt and nobody else's. That's a whole lot of bullshit. Well, defense, it looks like you wormed a confession out of this murderous pute. I suppose that gets your client, Prince Juan, completely off the hook. Lucky you. So shall we wrap this court session up? I haven't finished my examination. I have further questions for the witness, Your Honor. To what end? You've already proved your client's innocence. I wish to uncover the truth. You aren't here to uncover the truth. You're here to defend Prince Juan, and you've done that job with a disgusting level of diligence. Nonetheless, I believe the mademoiselle has omitted something of huge importance. I wish to question her further. I won't allow it. Fine. Can I at least show something to the witness? You and the prosecutor are a right pair of moralizing blowhards, aren't you? You're doing my head in. If it will shut you up, I'll let you show one magical mystery item to the witness. I can't imagine you'll have anything up your sleeve to change the flow of this trial, though. Falcon, save it. I have nothing more to say. Oh, but we do, because your parents are safely in Vienna, baby. Yeah, baby! Take a look at these. Train ticket stubs. Look at the names. In Vienna? Really? They're safe? They are. The tickets were arranged courtesy of the Fox. Then, that means the wolf has nothing to hold over me. I can speak freely. Go ahead. What are you two muttering about down there? I'm amending my testimony, Your Honor. Members of the court, everything I've said today has been the truth. I did go to the Louvre the 7th of January. I did present a box of poisoned chocolates to the king. Except, it was not on my volition. I was threatened. I was forced to carry out the task under threat of harm. You see, my family has been struggling to get by. The winter has been harsh and my flower business has been struggling. What? What do you want? Huh? Go away. Oh, I clicked it on accident! Okay, my bad. One day a man approached me. A man I assumed to be kind-hearted. This man offered me 200 francs to get us through the cold. But I could not afford to repay the debt. When I attempted to bargain with the man, he offered me a deal. Assist him with murder, and he would drop all debts. Refuse, and he would ruin me and my parents. I obliged because the alternative meant death for those I love. The name of the man who did this is Judge Romulus. Ha! What a creative story. This is obviously a last-minute, desperate attempt at passing the buck. The sheer laziness of this girl to accuse a man she's never met before. She's blatantly floundering. Indeed, I've heard dozens of these self-pitying yawns during my time as a prosecutor. Although admittedly this is the first time I've seen a witness directly accuse a judge. Quite a brazen gambit. But in any case, these sorts of stories never turn out to be true. They're always proven to be fabrications born of desperation. I've never been more honest. Listen, Signy, if that is your real name, I'd like to believe your story. But accusing a man, a judge no less, of conspiring to murder the king is a hugely serious accusation. Do you have any proof to support your story? Proof? You say the judge lent you money, then you both must have signed a contract when you made the transaction. That contract would suffice as proof. The contracts were all verbal. He said the money was a gift at first, and only later said that I had to repay him. How convenient. Of course this supposed contract doesn't exist. She has no proof because her story is a blatant lie. Falcon, you have to do something. Do we have anything to link Judge Romulus to Signy? Of course. Members of the court, I know for certain that the Mademoiselle's story is true. I can say with certainty that Judge Romulus has made contact with Signy in the past. I know this because at this very moment, I am holding a key piece of evidence that links Judge Romulus directly to the crime scene. I guess it's the pen, but... Green ink? Is that relevant? Why? I guess it's important? Okay. I know this pen belongs to Judge Romulus. That much is obvious. But if I were to present it right now, it wouldn't prove anything. What? I don't have anything. Uh-oh. What the? What? I have nothing. I have nothing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. I have no further questions for the defense. Then I shall now converse with the jury to decide Prince Juan's verdict. Don't worry, we'll get you out of this. Won't we, Falcon? Sparrowson, you're clearly a caring individual, but this outcome is for the best. How the hell is this for the best? My parents are safe, that's all I wanted. Your parents? But what about you? Well, that deliberation was straightforward. We find the defendant, Prince Juan Carrito, to be cleared of all charges. We therefore find the defendant not guilty. What will happen to me? Well, you haven't been formally tried yet. But fortunately for you, we have a free trial slot this afternoon, we should be able to determine your guilt by nightfall. We may even see the blade of the guillotine by tomorrow. How lucky. You look scared. Don't fret. They sharpen the guillotine blades regularly. Nobody here likes gallows humor? Whatever, court is adjourned. I think this is goodbye. Thank you, Falcon, Sparrowson. It can't end like this. This isn't how I wanted things to go, Falcon. Me neither. We mustn't blame ourselves. You made an admirable effort to save everyone. What good is effort if these are the results I produce? Tell me, Falcon, do you know why I hired you as my defense lawyer? I really don't. I hired you because I thought you were a lawyer with a philosophy, an ideal. And I stand by that. You're a man with a strong ideal. It's just unrefined, like an unpolished gemstone. I'm sure that given enough time, your ideal will become refined, and you will come to live up to your reputable family name. The Falcon name is reputable? I didn't know that. Never mind. In any case, here's your payment. I don't deserve this. Keep it. I dragged you into this. It's only fair that I compensate you for your time. I think this is the last you will see of Prince Juan. But feel free to come by R&M Associates if you need help in the future. Impressive, JJ. You actually managed to successfully defend your client. Are you going to be in charge of prosecuting her? Probably. Why? Do you think you can get her a reduced sentence for attempting to murder the king? I empathize with Mademoiselle JJ, but I'm not a miracle worker. No lawyer can save the flower girl now. I'm gonna get a drink. Me too. Okay. Do I remember the July Revolution? Of course. How could I ever forget? The chanting, the violence, the smell of gunpowder. The 3 glorious days. She died? I thought... What did I do wrong? Did I just not gather the right evidence? The Sleeping City, Act 3. I can't believe he's skipping work again. I swear if I find that moping bird brain at Le Canal de... Ah, finally. Good morning, Falcon. Mornings. Oh, no, wait, it's 2 in the afternoon. That means the official greeting is... Where the hell have you been, lazy bones? It's far too early for this level of roasting. Pass the Cabernet. No, we've got important business to discuss, and I can't do that if you're half drunk. Give me a break. I haven't had a good night's sleep since the trial. Something on your mind? Actually, yes. It was what that wolf judge said about a revolution. That guy was off his rocker. And besides, If we worried about every potential French Revolution, we would never get any work done at all, am I right? Yeah, maybe you're right. Worrying doesn't do us any good. Tell me about the important business you wanted to discuss. Oh yeah, the business. A letter. This one's from the Paris Police Department. Fancy wax seal and everything. That is indeed a fancy seal. Well, go ahead, Sparrowson. You may have the honors. Alright. Falcon. Meet me on the rooftop cafe opposite the Bastille. I have a proposal. Regards, Inspector Volerty. That's it. How terse. A proposal from the inspector? Interesting. Do you have any idea what sort of proposal he has in mind? Not a clue. So, are we going to go beat him and find out? I don't know what sort of proposal the inspector has in mind, but we'd be foolish to reject it without even hearing him out. Grab your coat. Alright, no dilly-dallying, I like it. But before I forget, I need to drop by the hospital at some point. What did you eat this time? No, it's not like that. Well, not entirely. I need to pay for the bill for my last visit. That's reasonable, sure, we can pay a visit. But the inspector's call should take priority, I think. It's far too cold to be meeting on a rooftop cafe. Why couldn't the inspector have chosen a comfier location? Who knows? Maybe the inspector likes the view because it reminds him of his days guarding the old Bastille under the ancient regime. You think the inspector worked here during the ancient regime? Do you think that's how he got his war wounds? It was a joke, Sparrowson. I'm pretty sure the inspector isn't that old. Well. Severin, what are you doing here? Settle down, Jayjay. Just like you, I was invited here by the inspector. What could he want with all three of us? It's hardly unusual for the lawyers and police of France to collaborate. The inspector probably has a big investigative role that requires all hands on deck. Sounds juicy. Oh, by the by, did you hear what happened to Judge Romulus? No, what? It turns out that he acquired his position as judge through illegal means, so a warrant has been put out for his arrest. He's a wanted... Oh. Illegal means? What does that even mean? I'm a little hazy on the details. Something about pushing another judge into the sign. I can believe that. Anyway, I'm sure he'll be caught before long. Nobody manages to escape the long arm of the law forever. Speaking of which... Good. You're all here. Oh, Falcon and I were wondering, did you get your injuries while defending the old Bastille prison? Don't drag me into this, you fool! I was joking. You impudent whelps, I'm not that old. I sustained these injuries when in the July Revolution 18 years ago. I was a royal guard, just a lowly peon. The air was thick with gunpowder and blood. Great, now you set him off. We were given the order to charge at a rebel barricade. My comrades and I fastened our bayonets. Suddenly, boom! Without warning, a gunpowder keg exploded. My comrades were dead. I was heavily wounded. That's when I looked up and saw a looming figure standing between the gargoyles of Notre Dame. It was the Viridian killer himself. This is a fascinating story. Oh, damn it. Why does my finger keep doing that? I keep accidentally clicking. It's really annoying. Of course, why we're here. What I'm about to tell you is to remain strictly confidential, you understand? It's a matter of national security. As you've probably heard, France is under threat from a certain heinous group. Hipsters! Yes! Revolutionaries. Indeed, rebels. There's a storm brewing in the shadows of Paris. We, the Paris Police Department, have known about it for months. No, years. In every tavern and on every street corner, people talk of organizing protests and overthrowing the government. The king has ordered for public gatherings to be dispersed and newspapers to be censored. But the whispers of dissent remain. No surprise there. If you take away an angry citizen's ability to speak, they will just get even angrier. Indeed. And that's why it's paramount that we find and strike at the heart of the rebel group as soon as possible. For that, I need your help. What exactly do you want us to do? Interview citizens, scout locations, find the secret rebel meeting, location that has escaped the eyes of the police. Do you have any leads? Just one. We know that the rebels are having weapons supplied to them by a crooked merchant who is only referred to as the Croque Monsieur. Like the sandwich. What? The Croque Monsieur. It's a hot sandwich, cheese, ham, and a little... What the hell is that? Besham... Shh. Throw on some peppers if it's Friday night. This has nothing to do with sandwiches. It's the alias of an accomplished and notoriously dangerous arms dealer. In any case, that's everything the Parisian police know. That's everything? That's all you have to demonstrate after years of tracking. Naturally, as a public prosecutor, it's my duty to help the police with their investigative work. I'd be honored to lend any and all assistance. That's very good to hear, Cocorico. But what about you, Falcon? Well, to be honest, Inspector, I don't quite understand why you're asking me. I'm a private defense attorney. I work for citizens who get stuck in legal trouble. Rebel hunting isn't quite my forte. You want to know why I'm asking you? Look around you, Falcon. We're surrounded by corruption and incompetence. The judges are bloodthirsty wolves. The jailers are thieving ravens, and National Guard are sitting ducks. Look at the slackers and dullards who supposedly protect and serve this country. Nobody cares about justice anymore. You saw my shameful display at the previous trials. Those are the results I produce with imbeciles to assist me. But you three, you care. Falcon, I saw you defending Cataline and Prince Juan. I heard your escapades around the city, frantically collecting evidence and interviewing witnesses. Frankly, you did more investigative work over the last month than I've seen any policeman do in a year. Not including myself, of course. But, damn Cataline. It doesn't matter. You have a passion and conviction. You aren't a total bird brain. By my book, that makes you a fantastic investigator, even if it's not in your job description. So what do you say? Want to sit around your office twiddling your thumbs until another pointless job offers fall into your lap? Or do you want to take this opportunity to do something great? Help us track down the animals who wish to harm our glorious nation. I'd be honored to help my country. Excellent. Just I wanted to hear. Just what I wanted to hear. I had no idea you were such a patriot, JJ. There's nothing wrong with a little national pride. Pride is fine and all, but do we get any compensation for this? Of course! Here's 50 francs. You will receive another 50 upon the completion of your work. Psh, we're being undersold. Hush, Sparrowson. This is a great opportunity to gamble. I don't want to keep you any longer than necessary. You've already had all the key facts of the investigation. Find the elusive Croque Monsieur. Find where the rebels are congregating. Those are your 2 tasks. I'll check up on your progress in 3 weeks' time. See what you can accomplish by then. I'll be doing my own independent investigation into the rebel group, so I suppose this is a competition of sorts. Try to keep up. Don't make me laugh, Severin. I'll have all the rebel leaders behind bars before you even have your first suspect. Come on, Sparrowson. We have a Croque Monsieur to hunt. Let's go. I knew a little competition would kick those bird brains into gear. Well, this has been a productive meeting. I should probably start my investigation into that guy too. Not so fast, Cocorico. There's something else we need to discuss. And with that being 24 minutes, I'm gonna end this video here. So stay tuned for the next one, and... oh my god, that's a lot of things. Holy crap, okay. Bye-bye!